When solving multi-step equations, you want to make sure that you follow the 4 steps that we taught in class. The first step was distribute. The second step was combining like terms by adding or subtracting. The third step was move the smaller letter by adding or subtracting. And step 4 is solve the 2-step equation. In this video, I'm going to do problems 1, 3, and 5. So for number 1, I'm going to drop my line down the equal sign, and I want to check for the distributive property first. I do notice that there's a 5 on the outside of the parenthesis, so that means 5 times x, which is 5x, and 5 times negative 3, which is negative 15. Drop the plus 2x down, drop the equal sign, and the 41. After distributing, you want to combine like terms. This says 5x plus 2x, which is 7x, minus 15 equals 41. This is a 2-step equation. I do not have to move the smaller letter because there are not variables on both sides. So now I just jump right to solving the 2-step equation by adding 15 to both sides. And I get 7x equals 56. In my 1-step equation, I divide both sides by 7, and I get x equals 8. In problem number 3, there's a little bit more going on. I notice that there's 3 sets of parentheses. The first set of parentheses does not have a number attached. We could insert a 1 there. The second set is going to be distributing a negative 1, and the third set you are going to distribute a negative 3. So 1 times 7t is 7t. 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. Negative 1 times negative 3t is a positive 3t. Negative 1 times positive 1 is negative 1. Drop down the equals. Negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. Negative 3 times negative 3t is a positive 9t. After you distribute, you look for like terms. I do see that there's a 7t plus 3t, which gives me a 10t, and a negative 2 minus 1, which is minus 3. Drop down the negative 3 on the other side, plus 9t. Now, on this problem, there are letters on both sides, so we want to move the smaller one. The smaller one's a positive 9t, so the opposite of adding is subtracting both sides. 10t minus 9t is 1t, minus 3 equals negative 3. Get rid of the minus 3 by adding it to both sides. And I get 1t is equal to 0. Now, you do not have to divide both sides by 1, but even if you do, you get t equals 0. For the last problem in number 5, I notice that there's distributive property. 2 times 3x is 6x. 2 times a positive 9 is a positive 18. Drop the minus 3x down. Do not distribute that 2 to the negative 3x because that is not inside the parentheses. Drop the equal sign down, 27. 6x minus 3x is 3x plus 18 gets dropped down, so I combine like terms. I drop the plus 18 down, equals 27. Minus 18 on both sides. 27 minus 18 is 9, equals 3x. And your last step would be to divide both sides by 3 and get x equals 3.